And oh shoot, I'm live. Wasn't added to the stage or nothing. I'm like, where's the music? I did not do music for this one. We are now back. Um, we switched lives because I have to end it at the 2 hour mark. And so we are back talking about anything. So it's anything goes, which is a play on that sexual term that people use. Anything goes. When I used to be a phone actress and how I knew what kind of call I was going to get, there was a lady in the background and she would say, anything goes. So I knew that the person I was going to be talking to, he was into anything. So yeah, I love sharing this kind of stuff with you guys because I'm bad to the bones like that. So welcome back, Ryder.
Hey, let me get the little girly out. They be like, "You too masculine for being a girl." I'm like, I am. I was like, "Damn, I'm a sweetheart. I'm just,
Well, when
I'm
I
like,
first
hey."
when I first started, not when I first started going to church, but when I was in the church and everything, I had my grandmother and my aunts and them telling me what to wear and how to dress while I was in church. And there was a young lady, well, she's older than me, that became one of my best friends. She would wear jeans and sneakers. Now today that's perfectly acceptable, but back then in that missionary Baptist church, it unacceptable. So they accepted her for like the first 2, 3, 4 Sundays, and then she joined the church. And then they said to me, "You should talk to her about wearing dresses." And I said, "I will not, because first of all, she's not here for me. She came to church for God. Why does she need to change how she's dressed to appease y'all? What she's wearing, and you don't know if she can afford clothes or not, but what she's wearing it should not offend you. It's not sexually inappropriate. So why should I tell her that she should change her clothes so she'll have the look that you want her to have? I will not. So, Ryder, nobody should be telling you how you should look, and you not a woman, and you not this, and you not this, and you not that. Like, it doesn't change that she is feminine, feminine. It doesn't change that God still put Himself in her. In her. Ooh, that was. Wait a minute. Hold on. I think something just came into my brain. Hold on. Mary herself into. I'm gonna have to dig deeper into that.
Poetry is
Because,
about to come out.
huh?
Said the poetic side was about to come out.
No, 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 no. This wasn't the poetic side. This was the story of Mary, where the angel said the Holy Spirit is going to put Jesus inside of you. You know, the virgin conception. And I'm like, well, we're not talking about physically, because that's just, come on, we playing. Um, but now I'm thinking metaphorically, what were they talking about? It's something hit me for a little bit. I guess a little second. I guess I gotta dig a little deeper. Cause
That's why
mhm.
I never even really cared about what people think about me, the way I think I dress or anything, like on some real shit, and that gets people mad as shit. Like they peep that. Like I really don't care. You can say whatever you want. You see where I'm coming? I faced my demons. It took me a little while, but I've done it.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Um, I think that's a part of one of the learning lessons that we all have to go through in this life, is learning to listen to the voice inside of you and not all the voices outside of you, which is, I'm talking about your spirit man, that you begin to be so annoyed by people trying to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, that you begin to go inside yourself to talk. if you know what I'm saying. Meaning that you will start talking to your spirit man. It's like a force. Like, I'm not gonna talk to you, I'm gonna be over here talking to my spirit. I don't to me, if you understand what I'm putting
No,
down.
I get what you're saying. I get exactly. But my baby papa has caught me a couple times, and instead of calling me crazy, he's like, "I get it, I get it." They say that you're not. How can I say the people that talk to themselves are geniuses, right? I be cracking up.
And you a genius if you're actually listening to your spirit man or spirit woman or spirit being, and not just in your head talking about, I'm gonna beat that bitch ass. Now see, you ain't talking to your spirit, then you ain't.
Now, I mean, I write. Listen, I sit down, I write. I look through the dictionary to take away the how can I say the messed up words, right? Because you're not going to sit here and actually write that down. Like, imagine writing down, I just want to kill this evil bitch. I just want to bury her 7 feet underground. I'm like, wait, that's not motivating. I'm just trying to tell somebody to go ahead and commit a murder. Now I'm liable for that murder too if it happens. So it's kind of like, wait, no, man, I'm inspiring people. So let me, and then you got to realize I'm not just writing my story, I'm writing other stories. People don't
Now,
peep
what
that
do you
part.
mean by that? Are you talking about a physical? Or are you being metaphoric about the
Metaphorical about the stuff. I don't actually write down what I am thinking. I transform that shit.
Right, right. Because I know, like with Kali, the goddess Kali, how it looks like when you see the image. Oh, there's this demon, and it's got a man's head, and it's a feminist thing. And no, the spirit, and not anytime the Bible talks about a spirit, is always feminine. The spirit is never masculine. So the goddess is feminine. The Kali is feminine and is representing spirit. And spirit is killing that demonic demon looking man, because the man usually look evil anyway. So it's killing that demonic spirit within yourself. So that's what that picture and that imagery and the lessons when you read the story behind Kali, because we just look at the picture and be like, oh, that's demonic. But what's the story? Have you read the story, and why did the person create it to look like that? Because you're killing. It's about you using your spirit side, your soul or your spirit, to kill that inner demon within you, that rebellious spirit, that angry spirit, anything that controls you in a negative way is demonic. You can't control your urges, that's demonic. So yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And what's funny, right? I used to hate men when I was younger, and people used to be like, "Oh, you a dyke," or the ones that didn't understand would think other shit. But the crazy part is, right, that I had to learn, right, to express myself, because I used to come at people, like really, really come back at people. You see how the lady comes at people when they say something and it just hits a nerve and stuff like that. And it took for somebody to sit me down and be like, yo, listen, if everything that they're saying about you, like, I know that you're hurting, right, deep down inside, but you have to take a minute and listen, right? If everything that they're saying is not true, why are you even saying anything back? Right? And it took me a minute to even realize that I had to look deep down inside me and search, right? And I learned throughout time that writing was my best friend. And that's crazy. Look how good I've gotten. I've been writing since I was, 5 years old, poetry. And that was my best way to express everything that somebody would come and tell me, oh, you can keep a secret. And I'm like, damn, how do I keep a secret? So what they would tell me, I would turn it into poetry true, and nobody even peeped that I was writing about them.
It was a way for you to have that outlet without taking it out on that person.
Exactly. Sometimes think people will tell you some stuff and it's so dark, and you'll be like, I gotta keep this. Like, how do I keep this to myself? And boom, I feel like the same way. Like when I'm hurting and I'm feeling like I'm going through something, or somebody's making me feel some type of way, I just sit down and I start writing. I just, write down some thoughts, rough draft that. Then I just start thinking. I look in the dictionary. How can I put this together? I put the encyclopedia out, and you're like, you don't got no goddamn encyclopedia. Shit. Let me show y'all something. I'm only missing a few books to finish my encyclopedia collection, and I got the dictionaries to go with it. I writes for real. So I've learned how to transform all that. That's why I'm like, I don't understand how a lot of people have hit our age or older and are still behaving like this on social media and off this app. Like that shit right there, it baffles my head.
Because just because we age don't mean we age. And that's just the plainest I can say it. I mean, I can say it plainer, but that's a simple form of
The
saying
age ain't nothing but a number then.
yeah,
That's what it is.
age, oh, that's right there, right there. R. Kelly was saying something right there. Age ain't nothing but a number. If the maturity has not taken place,
R. Kelly or Aaliyah, because that song was not his. The lyrics are hers.
well, I didn't even really know if it was R. Kelly or not. I just really threw it out there. I was like, afterwards, I was like, I hope that was R. Kelly. Hope my brain ain't fool me.
No, Aaliyah wrote those lyrics. It was her song.
Oh
But we
yeah,
don't know why she wrote it. That's the crazy part. A lot of people questioning it. But hey, that's a topic for another day.
well, I always took it as it was a pedophilia thing. I don't know.
I mean, she still wrote it too. You got a question, and she was what, 15, 16 when she wrote the song and put it out.
Hear this thing about this 15, 16-year-old stuff. I dated older men at 15 and 16 too. That's why you don't never hear me talking about it. When all of them are up there and they be like, oh, you mess with the person that was this age and that age, and I'll be like, I ain't saying nothing because shit, I was dating people older than me too. That was the thing. If you was in high school to date a college boy, that was the thing. That's always been the thing to date the older guy. So now we get on YouTube and we try to pretend like one, we didn't do it. Two, we don't know people that we come. All of
That's
this.
why I don't pretend. You see where I'm coming from? I even tell my story. You see what? But when I tell my story, it kind of messes my baby papa. But I gotta break it down. He didn't know my age. You see where I'm coming from? And we was set up like people wanted us to be together. The people that set us up should have known better. All right, I was 15. He was 20. He was only 5 years older than me, but we never asked each other's ages. Key word: they hooked us up.
When did you
You
get
see my
your
point?
When did you get your menstruation?
When I got it, oh shit, when I was 8.
Okay, you were real, real young. Okay, well, we ain't gonna use that. We're gonna use the average people. The average number is around 12 and 13. Okay, we just
Yeah,
gonna
that
use
is the
the
normal.
average 8 years old. Oh God, Lord have mercy. But
But you gotta realize, right? Mine's is irregular, and
okay, well,
I
if
mean,
it's irregular, that's
it's
not average. That's not normal. Let's take the normal
not.
person. I ain't gonna use you. 12 or 13 years old, the average. They have bar mitzvahs for boys at 13 to
I thought
come
it
into
was a Jewish thing.
manhood. Hmm?
Wait, I thought it was a Jewish thing. Am I missing something?
Yeah, yes, it's a Jewish custom to have a bar mitzvah,
Uh-huh.
but who were the ones that was writing the Bible?
Wait, which Bible? Wait, now I'm confused.
Okay.
Wait, so many Bibles. I mean, wait, it's different people. Wait,
Well,
confused me.
we just go put it this way: Jewish customs, which Christianity comes from the Jewish people. The Jewish custom is that when the boy is 13, he has a celebration that they call the bar mitzvah.
Thanks.
That is him becoming a man. In I think it's Puerto Rican culture is she's sweet. She has a sweet 16 party, right?
It's like, well, it's not really the Puerto. It's more the Mexican culture, but
Okay.
the Hispanic culture kind of does have it. The Colombians, the Honduran. Yes, you're right.
So she becomes a woman at 16. So every culture has its time. I go by the time that you have a regular menstruation is when your nature, your body, your creator decided to let that be your time clock of you becoming a woman. Because what reason do you need with the menstruation? Now your body is saying it's your first warning sign of you can have babies.
Oh shit. Well, let me ask you this then. How come is it that in the late 90s, right, and even in the 2000s and now, a lot of little girls are getting their periods at 8 and 9?
Because they doing so much stuff to the chemicals and stuff like that. I don't know. I had a normal one at 12. So
She said I had a normal one.
I don't know about that. Do you see why when you said 8, I was like, oh Lord, I can't use that analogy. But they do so much. Look at here. This just like, listen, the Caucasian ladies didn't have booties back in the day. Now they all come and they say ain't fake booties. They all coming out with booties. They born with booties now. Like, y'all didn't have no booties in the 60s, 70s, 80s. And now here we are in 2000 and all of y'all got badonkadonk. We can't even use that lie on white women no more.
I can't.
That used to be the thing to say, look, I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other butts can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and around thing in your face, you get sprung. So now we can't even say that. I can't remember the last time somebody said that about a white woman. Because they got badonkadonks now.
I see where everybody is at. KB's on the takeover.
Oh, I ain't worried about everybody at child. Listen, so long as I got ads running on my monetized channel, they can come back and see it anytime and the ad gonna be running. Yes, honey, I don't care. I used to be, they left me. Listen here.
Oh, I know you don't care about that.
But the ads are running, and those videos can stay up there so long as this channel's up there. So long as I monetize, I'm always gonna keep getting paid by the ads. I got the store up there. I got the members, and I got to do a members only live stream for everybody. I got to reward my members to make them keep coming back.
I can't hook my ads onto my website. I'm trying to figure that one out.
Hook it what?
My ads, like it. I think I fixed it because I had two how can I say, two AdSenses, right? And it was getting mixed up. I just fixed the correction, right? And I'm a little lost now because now I can't get the tag on there to verify the website. Because I was claiming my old website and I messed up because I was using a new email and I had to fix all that.
So wait a minute, you talking about the shop?
Yeah, the shop. I'm not understanding why my AdSense, because it wants me to connect it to my website, my merchant, my AdSense to my Google merchant shop. And if I don't do that, I guess my ads won't play. But I'll figure it out. I've been doing this. I'm stuck on it for 2 weeks. Little by little, I've been adjusting it.
You mean the ads to play on your YouTube videos?
I don't think that has to do with my videos.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That's where you lost me at, because I was thinking YouTube videos and you were somewhere.
Because it has the YouTube Studio wants to connect my AdSense, right? The AdSense, the Google AdSense to my Google Merchant thingy. But I'm a little confused because I had to claim my website over again because I forgot that I was. Listen, it's a long story. I had an old website and I ain't peeped that I was using that, and I made a whole new email. I forgot about that. It was a whole mix-up, and I fixed it, but it still won't.
Well, ask ChatGPT.
That witch, I had to find the right word, isn't helping me do. She's discombobulating me even more.
You see, I have fights with her all the time. But I had a friend of mine that used to tell me about ChatGPT, and I was ignoring what she told me. She said, but you got to twerk it, tweak it or whatever, not twerk it, tweak it. And something she said really stood out to me. You have to train your chat. You notice how the ChatGPT was mimicking my attitude. It was mimicking me.
But don't you have to pay for that?
Oh, I pay $20 a month just for where I can make my $20 a month goes towards making unlimited thumbnails, and they're likely to not cut off your conversation. They won't. I haven't seen where they cut off your conversation with the $20 monthly fee. With the free one, they'll be like, okay, your time is up in this feed. You got to start a new chat.
I
But
don't know how much I pay for mine because it comes with my phone plan, and I'm able to use it on my computer, my Gemini. So it's Gemini and Copilot. So that's why I'm
oh, I
not really.
don't use them. I don't know them. I'm very biased towards Chat GPT. They might be better, but I'm stubborn.
I mean, it comes with a plan. Like, listen, it's saving me some money right now, and I'm just getting on my feet. I ain't denying the fact.
But yeah,
So
if I have a question about anything, I go to Chat GPT and I'm teaching her because obviously, if she's mimicking my attitude, she's learning from me and how to answer me when I ask her questions.
kind of like a clone.
Hmm.
I said kind of like a clone.
Like a clone? Is she like she cloning me? And
No,
then
I
one
said it's
time
kind of
it
like a
asked,
clone. You know how you got to train a clone to be like you,
yeah, that's what I
behave
said,
like you,
clone.
all that. That's
Hmm.
crazy. Without the body, a clone without the body. That's what you're mentioning right now. It's like the brain
Yeah,
itself.
it's and you know who said something about that one time? It was Nacho. Nacho said Chat GPT is learning what you teach it. And he's telling the truth. It is. But it's analyzing what I've taught it and giving it back to me in a cleaned up manner. Like when I come up with a title and it don't have the grammar and stuff to it, then I say revise it. It's like it polishes what's already in me in a way.
See,
So,
I'm gonna have to have more conversations with my Gemini instead of making it just do thumbnails for me and titles.
oh yeah, it's you just touching. You're not even touching the surface of it. If
Nah,
you know.
because I had a thing with it. I don't know. I was skitzing in the beginning to even download the John. I don't even own an iPhone. That's how I be skitzing with this technology sometimes. It's not just the old heads. It's just that I've been. How can I say? It's more of I've been hacked a few
Mhm.
times, and I'm not risking that, John.
Yeah, I don't want no iPhone. I got an Android. I'm
That's what I'm stuck with.
sticking with
Androids.
that
My kids.
Android. I don't trust no iPhone. It got y'all. They got too much going on that iPhone.
They're like, get an iPhone. No, no, no. Everybody, no, I'm good. Oh, but it's good for the business. Listen, the last time I had an iPhone was because my son wanted an iPhone, right? And he was doing all his little
Mhm.
Fortnite stuff, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I went along with it. I attached my email. Boy, when I tell you that that's attached to my bank account and everything else, right?
Oh
They
yeah.
started charging me for a whole bunch of things, one.
Hmm.
And two, I got my email got hacked like 3 to 4 times around that same time. I said, I'm going right back to Android. I got me a Galaxy, and I haven't changed since.
You know who is very. I don't like even on my computer when they say you want to sign into your Microsoft account. I sure don't. One day I woke up. I woke up to my phone ringing, and I said, "That sounds like that can't. That's my money." And two withdrawals was made for an Xbox card, play pass or whatever. And I said, oh hell no. So I told PayPal, give me back my money. I don't got no Xbox. They wouldn't give me back my money. I'm trying to get in touch with Microsoft. Microsoft got this. You press this. It was doing a whole lot of circle around the block shit. So I just called the bank. I said, look, stop that payment. Give me back my money. And then Microsoft like a couple days later told me, I think you need to change your password. I think your thing has been hacked. You think? And I still get those messages after I change the password, after I don't log in. So I don't mess with Microsoft on my computer at all whatsoever. Mm-mm.
That's why my ass. As soon as I go get my taxes, I'm getting right back into H&R Block, and I'm gonna get right under that protection. They cover you for the dark web. Um, they protect your email and everything.
Yeah, because look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Microsoft is a wonder. They probably do got a lawsuit out there somewhere. I need to be a part of the class action lawsuit, honey. I
The
know
crazy
there's
part
a class
is
action.
I need Microsoft though. That's the crazy part. I have to like faithfully pay my Microsoft every month unless I pay it yearly.
I
Like I
didn't
have
pay.
to pay it. If I don't pay it, I can't publish my books. I can't do nothing.
Um, Well, you tied in a different way. I ain't tied into it. The only thing I was using Microsoft for is to download the apps to the computer. You
I
know,
need,
that's
I need that. I need that Microsoft Word. I need the Microsoft. What
well,
is it?
no. So the Microsoft Word and stuff like that is different from when you go to the what's it? Let me pull up the
Yeah, because I got the whole thing out here. I got the Outlook, the PowerPoint, the Excel, the Word, the
yeah, there's the Microsoft Store. Remember, because I
I've
said
never used it.
yeah, but I'm saying, you know how I was talking about the Xbox and the Xbox Pass and all of that.
Yeah.
So it's something with the Microsoft Store that is getting hacked, not the PowerPoint and all of
Oh,
that.
okay. Because you had
Yeah,
me scared. I was like, damn, I'm paying
no.
faithfully for that.
That's why I was like, why are you paying something at the Microsoft Store where you download the apps? That's the portion that I'm talking about.
I'm like, my whole
Yeah,
computer is loaded with Microsoft. Damn, I was like, damn.
yeah.
Like, if I don't got that, man, I can't publish nothing. I can't even do. Like, listen, I've tried it. One day I came on this John not knowing right. It was a free trial. I'm on this John. I'm trying to write the pages to my poem, right, to put them in the order to put them to publish them into the Amazon John. I messed the whole John up because I didn't know that I had to, pay them. I'm like, I thought this came with the plan, with the computer and stuff like that, with everything I put into it. No, you have to pay for each app separately, man. I turned around and I looked at my son. I was like, yo, I asked you. He's like, you older than me. You should have known with his autistic ass. I was like, damn.
Come on, I asked you. Yeah, okay. Like, was it with it? What was it that the thing with the kid when the mom was saying something and the kid said, "Well, you had me." Like that's your response. Come on, I bought you this, I bought you that. Well, isn't that your job? Something that the kid said, and it's like, well, okay. So yeah. Let me see what other books. I got something with Cancer Cure. I've been collecting this stuff since 2013, girl. I really need to go. I'm so glad that I backed up all of these books because they were in my computer that's sitting over there in the corner waiting to go in the shop that I spilled water in last year. Um, because the place that I put my computer in the shop at, they said they were rebranding, but they ain't came back yet. So, and I don't trust nobody else right now to be looking around. I don't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? I know them, I trust them, and I'm like, when y'all coming back?
Yo, wait.
Hmm?
You was reacting to that video earlier, right? But I was cooking and I was going back and forth to the store.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't the lady say she wasn't ever gonna go back to answer panel, and she was right back there yesterday? Listen, I'm like, damn, I've been that whole life.
She used to say the same thing about Kwame. I'm never going back. I'm never going back. I'm never going back. She's been saying it for years. She's never going back. She like when Kwame showed the pictures of her. I'm never going back. You doxed me, Kwame. You doxed me. You showed my mother's memorial. You know, like when she hollering about doxing, it was Kwame that gave out her name and showed her picture. That's how I got her name. It was from Kwame. Well, he showed everybody.
I was wondering, like, why she? Yeah, listen. She's a.
They
What we
all
call it in
sound so
Spanish?
stupid.
It's called masoquista. She a masoquista.
That sounds
Like they say it for the men and they say it for the women. Like, you like the abuse, you like that drama, that I don't know, that constant rejection. I can't be somebody that's like that. Like at first I was feeling bad, but now that I'm seeing all this play out, see in the beginning I wasn't paying attention, but I really do pay attention to you and answer. So it's kind of like I'm here a little more than what I am on the other panels. So it's kind of like, oh shit, now I'm seeing this shit. Like damn. I don't be on the takeover like that.
Really,
too much. My bad.
I was
That
gonna
was
say
my
I
fault.
really didn't even talk that much about her or even mention her name. I was just like, the answer said, "Yeah, I know. I've been around." Okay, well, it's nothing for me to tell you. You already know how she
I mean,
is. So when
I've been around
he
too.
went through the situation, I'm like,
Oh, shit,
it doesn't mean that you knew who she really is. Now you see her and you're like, why is she like this? And we're like, we tried to tell you that she was like that. We thought you knew.
But he ain't
You
listen
said
to
you
me either
knew.
because I said I've been around too, but I wasn't paying attention. So a lot of the stuff that y'all
Yeah, I
seen and
heard.
talk about, I don't know unless y'all show a video. See, listen, I
Mm-hmm.
somebody tried to get into a debate with me the other day, right? And they be like, "How do you know so much if you don't watch certain people?" I said, "Well, because I watch certain content creators that talk about certain people, and then when the people come over here, you end up actually seeing it. See, seeing one part of it, you're not going to really, see everything. But when they start coming over here and they start talking, then you start seeing the behavior that the content creator was talking about. You're not just looking at clips and little, all right, now they're roasting. That's a different story. Now, when they insert themselves, right, in the conversation that the person is talking about them, now it's like, oh shit, okay, now I'm seeing both sides, not on two different panels, on one panel. I was like, y'all fail to realize that when y'all do that, y'all expose yourselves. Like
Mm-hmm.
if Clara was talking shit or if the answer was talking shit, right? And it doesn't bother you, why did you come back with the attitude? Well, like, how can I say it with it's a word for it, but I can't get it out my head right now. It's in the back of my head, but it's not coming out my tongue. So it's like, damn, it's a word for people like that. Like if it didn't bother you, why was you y'all must have hit a nerve somewhere. And we didn't know that it was true until you came over here screaming and shouting. It's my point.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Remember, if you ever watch like maybe Law and Order, and sometimes they'll show a mother and a daughter, and the mother is doing stuff to the daughter to make the daughter sick, so
yeah.
that the mother can continue to get sympathy from the people at the hospital.
That was based on a true story. You're talking about it. I think it was an episode that did. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think Michael Jackson, one of the ladies that sued Michael Jackson to try to say that he touched her granddaughter, I think she was one that had that same kind of issue. I think they found that about her. So when Soulfly came up with that story yesterday, acting like she had been molested, all of a sudden out the blue, we've been talking to you for 100 years. She's not telling this story out of pain. She's telling this story to get some empathy and sympathy for her behavior. So she's like that grandmother or that mother that's hurting their own child or hurting themselves to get attention that they're not used to getting. So all the stories she say doesn't, just like when you listen to the Bible talking about in the belly of a fish for 3 days and 3 nights. That's not possible. So her stories are not lining up with her lifestyle.
No, her story definitely not lining up because she tells him one day she don't want him, but because you was on the panel. I mean, I know you're joking around and you're playing around. You've made it plain and simple. All right. Like you shouted that to listen to the skies that if they don't hear you in Europe, I'm a little lost. But anyways, my point is you stood your ground. She keeps
Mm.
coming back and said, I mean, your mule this or I would treat you like this. I'm like, wait, I'm confused now. Like either you're joking around or you're taking this shit serious. Like you confusing me as a fucking subscriber. I'm not a content creator. This is not my content. I'm a subscriber. I'm watching.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm confused as shit. Like, yo, I'm like, listen.
Because she's very serious in her delusional mind. Like she really, that's why I told her, I said, I never wanted to come at you because if I come at you, you might break. It's like when a person faces reality and they fall apart.
But that's because she chooses to, though. It's kind of
Her
like I
facing
want to.
reality. Mhm.
No, go ahead. You about to break it down because I was going to say I want to feel bad, but I can't because it's kind of like you choose to keep coming back.
But in actuality, she doesn't choose. because she's in a whole nother world that she's created for herself that isn't real. She's really created herself an alternate reality. And she sees things the way she wants to see them, not how they are.
That means you're delusional and you need Frank Hospital ASAP. I don't know what it's called in Texas, but shit.
Well, here's the thing. We don't have the funding to keep these people housed or to pay for their mental illness. My government taxes, I don't want to pay for her to sorry, find some other way to get your mental. We got enough taxes. I'm sorry.
She crazy.
Because think about it, to cover all the mental illness and trauma that there is in the world, to help everybody, we don't have enough money to cover for everybody to get the help that they need. So, all Jesus.
That's a fact. And that's going to be.
And she get a disability check.
Oh, shit.
Come on, she can't walk. She literally does have a walker.
Did you point that out? No, I don't. Well, what you shown or what I've seen on the takeover, and I don't know if Answer has shown anything. Because remember, I haven't seen Answer that long. I've just started watching him.
He just showed her face. But
yeah. Oh no. See, I haven't really paid attention to her.
When I pulled up her arrest record, she was 350 pounds at 25 years old. That should tell you a whole lot.
Yeah.
So she's not gotten any smaller.
She need a lot on them. She need to heal. And that's the crazy part, right? That even if we was to solve, like, crime could never be solved. You want to know why? Because even if you was to fix the regular crime, like the robbing and all that stuff, it's the mental health, people's mental that is still going to exist. So how do you get rid of abuse, obsession, stalking, molestation, and all that stuff that's in people's heads that's sick, abusing little kids, manipulation, and all that stuff? I mean, I can keep going. I mean, I know you understand, but I don't think the people in the back do. So, but
it's actually embedded in a person's core, in their nervous system. Like, say if you take a child and you put that child in a closet every day instead of their bedroom. They don't have a bedroom. Say they're sleeping on the floor in the closet. They become used to it. And if you don't tell them it's wrong, they don't know it's wrong, right? And then when you give them a bed, there's a miscommunication going on within their nervous system. That's like, what is this bed? They don't compute it. Or a person that just got out of jail who's used to sleeping on that hard bed, they can't get in the regular bed yet. They're institutionalized or traumatized. And it's in their nervous system where that's why they go to counseling and therapy to get that nervous system reprogrammed. So whatever happened to her or is happening to her, like think about when I gave the story of the computer of the Apple computer. Did you hear when I told the story of Oregon Trail?
Yeah, I was there. I said, damn, man, she took it back. They used to make us play that shit. I used to hate that game so bad because it was so slow.
But the moral of the story that I was bringing was how it traumatized me to I don't want an Apple computer. It was programmed in. I was so mad about it that it bothered my it got programmed in my nervous system to never like an Apple computer. So imagine if I can be traumatized from just not being able to play a game. Man, we walk in trauma because that wasn't even a trauma situation. So if she went through any sort of abuse, fat shaming, this, her nervous system is completely programmed wrong. And this is when we get back into the mechanics of the Bible, talking about baptism and Noah with the ark. All of that was the washing away of all of that negative thinking, purifying your mind, purifying your soul, purifying your nervous system, so that now you can receive the truth. Where if you was told for years, you just like your daddy, you ain't shit. If a young man is told that over and over, those seeds that the mother planted in that son, and she continued to water it year after year, tell him you ain't shit, you just like your daddy, over and over and over, that tree grows and it matures and it bears bad fruit if it bear fruit. So no matter what you tell, and then you get to dating this man who has been programmed to think he ain't shit like his daddy. So now you're with this person who has been programmed to really hate his mama. He hates that his mother said that. And if that woman walks in the house with a something that triggers him, that a perfume that smells like his mom, and he hates his mama for saying all of those things to him, he's liable to kill that woman just because she came in the house smelling like perfume that had his mama's perfume. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said, damn. Yo, you saying that. I mean, I don't know you follow. I think you do because you spoke on them a little bit. What do you think about, because it's going a little viral right now, the Carlissa and the Blueface situation?
What about it?
About the how people are, how can I say, siding her bond with her son. I mean, when I heard the stuff that they were saying, even though I feel as though all this shit is scripted, it's like for a mom, a real mom, to even have the audacity to have these type of sex
What makes her a real
conversations.
mom?
Huh?
What makes her a real mom?
No, I'm saying his real mom. My bad.
Yeah.
Biological mom. I cannot pronounce the word.
Biological.
That's why
Yeah.
why I chose that word.
She don't know how to be a mom. And if she's honest
Exactly.
with herself, she would say, what instructions did she have to be a mom? Who
I don't know, I
taught her
just
how to
started
be a
watching
mom?
it.
No, I'm just saying these are like, this is how my mind thinks. My mind starts thinking to give this person, to understand this person. I start thinking, well, I'm assuming she knows how to be a mom, but what makes you assume that she knows how to be a mom when you don't know her
Mm,
past, her history? And this is me talking to myself, like, I don't know that woman's past. I don't know what trauma she's had. I don't know what she's
okay.
been through. But now she's pregnant because it's easier to get pregnant than it is to learn how to be a mom.
Mm.
Ooh, that sounded real poetically genius, didn't it? It didn't mean yeah. I forgot. What I said. It's easy to get pregnant than it is to learn how to be a mom. But yes, so just because she got pregnant a few times and had children doesn't mean that she ever learned how to be a mother.
That's a fact. I still wouldn't have took that script. To have my son tell me back, Mom, you're not my type. You see where I'm coming from? I'm sitting
You
here
think
like,
that's
wait,
the first time he said that to her?
oh, I don't know. Is it? Because
Uh,
everybody's making this, they really blowing this jaw up. I'm like, damn, that's deep.
I don't even watch them too. I just scroll through and see some mess, and every now and then I'll be like, "Oh, okay." You know, I might watch a little bit of it, but in all totality, I probably watched an hour of all of them put together, and 1 hour.
I think I'm with you on that one because I'm still lost. Even with the little clips I've watched, I'm like, what the hell? Because they DM me these clips, and it's like, y'all really want me to touch, but I can't because I don't know nothing about this.
Well, as you get older, you be like I was talking about patterns earlier, about like when they pick movies, they pick archetypes before they even start the movie, that they gonna have they know they got their villain, they got their good guy, the hero. Hero got a girlfriend, the hero got an antagonist that might die in the movie. Like they already have their archetypes.
Okay.
So human beings every day, no matter what state you go to, what city you go to, what school, you have archetypes. You're going to have your mean girls. No matter where you go in the world, I don't care if you go to Africa, you go to Asia, there's going to be the archetype of a mean girl in high school. So
Facts.
when I see a Carlissa, I think that's her name,
Yep.
I'm looking at her like I've seen other women that act like her. I know her whole story. Not specifically like she went through X, Y, and Z. I can see the trauma she's in, that she behaves the way she behaves.
She seems manipulating, controlling. Like she wants to tell her son what women to date, what not to date, where to go, where not to go, asking for his money. And then my thing is, when I'm looking, she has a husband. I'm saying like, yo, she's that type of mom. Like you look like you fucking your son in reality, and it's not a good look.
But that's sort of kind of like, what is a fever? What's a fever?
A fever?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's something you get when you're sick, when you got like the flu or cold or some type of virus.
Yeah, but what is a fever?
Damn, you got me looking now. Hold up, wait, I didn't even think about it like that. What is a fever? Wait.
And I'm not
what
asking
is a fever?
The mechanism of a fever. I'm not asking you what it do.
Oh, a temporary rise in body temperature.
Well, I'm not even, I'm not asking you the mechanics of it. I am asking you, what does it do? What is it? It is a notification. Let that sink in. A fever is a notifier. It's telling you you're sick. Without it, you may not know you're sick. You might not know a virus has just invaded your body. But your fever, that fever tells you, hey, let me warm the body up. One, so she knows that she's sick. But also, I'm putting the body into a state that protects her or him, because it's warming the body up to try to get rid of that which is making you sick.
I like how she broke that down, because she's not tripping. It's considered a triggered response. So her saying a notification ain't no difference.
Yeah, like a headache. A headache is the same thing. It's your body saying something. Hey, something wrong inside of you.
Finally got to what you were saying. It took a minute for Google to take me there. A defense mechanism. All right, there you go.
Yeah, it's a notification in a way. That's how I choose to use that term. But it's a way to notify you and say, hey, baby, you sick. Hey, CP3, welcome back. Yeah, it's letting you know that you need to go and get you some medications or whatever, or a headache. A headache, can be notifying you that you're constipated.
And
if you don't get rid of this constipation, this stuff might start going back the opposite direction. The poison in your body can't leave and you're going to get sick. So I'm giving you this headache because you dehydrated. Or, I told people that if they get Charlie horses, your potassium levels could be low, but you could also be dehydrated. When I see people reaching for chapstick, I'm saying, baby, unless that's for decoration, you dehydrated. Put that chapstick down and go get you some water. Because your body, your lips tells you, when your lips get dry and start crinkling, you're dehydrated. That's your body's warning, a warning signal. We have not been taught to pay attention to the notifications on our body. People say, oh, the hairs on the back of my head is standing up. Somebody talking about me. Oh, my ears are itching. Somebody talking about me. Well, what about when you start coughing? Something that entered my body that ain't supposed to be there. So back to the Clarissa thing, how does that apply? I start saying, why does she act like this? She's showing signs of, what we see are the after effects of what took place that caused her to be the way she is. I forgot how I was tying it all together, but there's a reason why she became what she is. She didn't come in the world like this. There was a whole lot of cause, and this is the effect. And unfortunately, she had children before she could figure out that she got some issues. So now we see a person who got issues, who had a child and children, and now they have issues, and now they're back to blaming her because she is responsible for them, but somebody else was responsible for whatever made her do what she's doing. So eventually people have to start taking accountability and say, I'm going to fix me. Son, I messed you up. And it was because I was messed up. I apologize. I'm going to go get me some therapy. You need to get you some therapy. I hope you get it. If you don't get it, I wish you well. But mama got to do what mama got to do for herself to get to herself some healing. And until Clarissa see that, until Blueface see that, this man got all kinds of tattoos all over his face, calling himself Blueface. He is full of trauma all up and down. I don't care how good he look, how good he smell. He stank on the inside. He rotten on the inside because his nervous system is full of trauma. Red alert. Save yourselves, young ladies. Get away from him. He gonna continue to treat y'all the way he treat y'all because that is what's programmed inside of his nervous system. And yes, maybe his mama and daddy caused it. Maybe it was a car accident that caused it. Whatever caused it, he is traumatized. Save yourself. Until his mama gets some help. She gonna continue doing what she do. She need a ChatGPT like me. ChatGPT help me all the time. Thank you, ChatGPT. I see you on mute, so you must be handling business.
My bad. I was dealing with this food.
See, now why you had to bring up food? Because you know what I started thinking when I said family, and I started thinking about how you went to the store early. Because I was like, yeah, she went to the store early because she busy. And I started thinking about a Philly cheesesteak, and it's been over 20 years since I had a Philly cheesesteak, and I started thinking I'm hungry. And then you gonna come back to my son, yeah, I'm over here fixing this food.
Yeah, because they listen. They want empanadillas. I mean, patelillos, as people call them, but they're really empanadillas. And I gotta make these joints from scratch. The flour,
is that the bowl with the meat in it?
Yeah, like the Jamaican patties, kind of. It's the same shit. They come from the Caribbean. It's just seasoned differently in Puerto Rico than from Jamaica.
Wait a minute. Now hold on. Now, well, what you call that one? It's a yellow ball, orange ball. Look like an orange.
Oh, those are potato balls. They got ground beef inside of them.
Oh man, I can tell you, I can eat one right now. I ain't had one in 20 years.
Yeah, but they potato balls. But I gotta make these down, so I got the food cooking. I was like, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna chill with Clara today because everywhere else is drama. I like these type of lives.
I'm sorry, huh?
I said I like these type of lives.
Yeah, I know. I be trying to invite you, but you know, the people want me to be silly and goofy and jump around and entertain them. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like putting on the whole, come on, guys, let's go to the movies. I don't want to do that. I just want to talk real. Let's be real. And those who stay, stay. Those who go, find what you need, baby. But I'm going to be talking about this kind of stuff right here. This is Adam and this is Eve. Let me reintroduce y'all to Adam and Eve. All y'all that's watching, you want to know who Adam and Eve is? This is Adam, mind. This is Eve, spirit. Okay? Go ask your pastor. You know, my godnephew, he was asking me questions about Illuminati and stuff like that and da-da-da-da-da. And he said, I went to our pastor and I asked him why he ain't teach us about this, and this. And he said that the pastor said, because the people not ready. Now, if I went to my old pastor right now and showed him this, he would totally understand what I'm talking about. But will he teach this? Nope. It don't bring him no money. Teaching the real science of the Bible does not bring the preacher any money. And he's not going to do it. saying, God is going to bring you a husband. God is going to bring your son out of jail. God is going to get you that new job. That feeds the ego. That feeds the masses. He wants the people at the bottom of the pyramid to stay at the bottom and not climb to the top and no longer need him. He don't want people reading 2 Timothy 4:12, study this to show thyself approved, a worker rightly dividing the word of truth. He don't want you to go study. Don't go study. But see, I had this godmother that made us write down what the preacher was talking about, that made us write the scriptures down, and told us when we got home during our spare time to read those scriptures and go over those notes. And that's how it was programmed in me, that whenever I'm reading a book, I got a pen in my hand. Even if I'm not going to write nothing down, a pen is in my hand reading a book just in case I need to highlight the book that's on the desktop PDF. So it's all about how you're trained as well. So it's not like your pastors don't know the truth. They're just never going to give it to you because it's not beneficial to them. They know. And that's why I can put this up here, game over. And it has nothing to do with a physical man. This is the energy that kept getting on my damn nerves for a little while. And I had to defrag my brain, put all the pieces together so I can say, okay, off with your head. You need to go about your business. No more trying to control me. I control me. Goodbye. Be it anger, be it we always use anger. It could be sadness. It could be depression. It could be any of those things. Game over. You overplayed your hand. People are in love with misery. Misery loves company. So if you're in love with misery, and you see this right here, game over. Misery, you overplayed your hand. I cared about you, misery. But it's now time for me to get a new man. But if you don't understand my algorithmic language, my Yaya lexicon, and Yaya's mind, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But those who know, know. Those who don't, won't. I'm sorry, Ryder. Go ahead. You know I'll be talking.
Okay. People just want the label. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Listen. I think I uploaded a short not so long ago, right? And on that short was from a live that I did. I was talking really about my cousin, but I ain't saying no names. You see where I'm coming from? And I was basically just saying, I was like, yo, I can't understand some of these men out here, right? How they want to be the best of both worlds. How y'all want two females when y'all can't even handle one? You see where I'm coming from, right? And I a little bit, right? And then a few guys came and they wrote on my comments and I'm saying, I was like, yo, I wasn't even talking about you, but if you want to label yourself that, then go ahead, man. If the shoe fits, wear that bitch, man. But I wasn't talking about you. I don't even know you from a can of paint. But okay, if my opinion offends you that much, I must have hit a nerve. Go heal somewhere because I'm not your therapist.
And you know, if people actually understood how selfish we are individually, they would almost never think anybody's talking about them. I'm too selfish to make anything like that for someone else, meaning that I think about me all the time. People think that other people are thinking about them as much as they think about themselves. No. The rest of the world, when people roast each other and tell a few jokes about each other, most of the time we forget whatever the jokes was about you. You might be still homing in on it, mad about it, upset about it, when we forgot. It's over because we need to get back on us. We need to come back to selfishness and think about us. Sometimes we get, oh, I got this dress on. I wonder what people are saying. Nothing. You like, oh, the dress, it didn't come out right. It didn't do this. It didn't do that. But yet people talking about, that's a nice dress. And you thinking, it is? I thought it was terrible. People ain't thinking the way you thinking. Ain't nobody thinking about you. You thinking about you. Anybody thinking about me? I'm thinking about me. It's only until I go over there and actually hear somebody say my name that I'm like, oh, somebody interested in my life, even positive or negative. I'm just like, oh, wow, I'm interested. People can take away from their own brain to talk about moi. Oh, I'm special. But if they ain't talking about me, they ain't thinking about me. I ain't going, there's people on here that be like, I know they talking about me every day. They talking about me. I be like, where they talking about you at? I missed that, girl. Where is that? I want to see them talking about you. I want to share them talking about you. Where's that? So I can go find it. I want to find it and share it with everybody so we can all laugh at you. Where they talking about you at, girl? I just be like, man, them voices in their head got them going. It's like every day they talking about me. Every day they got something to say about me. And I'm like, where? I'm looking, I be all on YouTube searching, typing in their name, their side name, their nickname, their baby name, their baby hair's name. I be looking all over the world for them. I be like, where they talking about them at? I want to see it. I want to share it. I want to laugh too. And then I realized, shit, that's just a voice in their head. I ain't never gonna know what they saying. Shoot. I gotta jump in this person's head to find out what everybody's saying about her in her head. Yes, look, people are crazy. That's why I just laugh, because I ain't gonna stress myself over people that are crazy. Then I'm being lazy with the word. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was saying all in their feelings for nothing. It's like, listen, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but from what I see, I don't know if it's just this sector, but I don't see it as much in the other other places that I be, but I see it a lot here, right? And they say sectors, I don't mean listen, but when I look at YouTube, right, they got entertainment, right? They got what, history, education, gaming, cooking, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sitting here, I was like, there is no beef sector. That's something that everybody has, I guess put in their heads. But this is considered the beef sector. I don't know how, but it is.
There are many, 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 many beef sectors. Many. Because where there are people that disagree, and one person goes to their channel to yell their grievance, there's going to be followers. The channels you mentioned, where you're learning this and learning that and seeing this and seeing that, you are not looking for channels that are smaller, has a more quaint following, that are in the chat going at it. If you're watching those are uploaded videos, not live streams most of the time. But those live stream videos where people in the chat are having disagreements with, and this person's arguing with another channel, those are beef sectors. But you're not looking for that, so it's not on your radar. It's sort of like when you start liking a guy and you never saw a yellow Mustang motorcycle before. You ain't never seen no yellow Mustang motorcycle. But all of a sudden, when you start dating this guy, you start seeing a yellow Mustang motorcycle everywhere.
So there I gotta blame KB. I gotta blame KB that shit, because I ain't start hitting these type of channels until I didn't say hit. I didn't start seeing these type. No, I'm saying it wrong.
Behavior.
No. Oh. YouTube didn't start recommending these type of channels until I started watching KB. I was like, damn, KB. See, I don't want to, but it's kind of like, it's just the sound. I mean, how can I say the science of it is just pointing, the evidence is just pointing towards you. It's like, no, let me stop.
Well, it's the algorithm listening to you, because you went to watch it. The algorithm thinks that, oh, this is the kind of stuff you want to see. And they
Even
show it
after
to
I
you.
tell it, I don't want to, like, I'll be telling I'm not interested. I don't want to watch this. I don't like it. I was like, damn, even what you get in my feed, just because I watch one person, you still recommend these type of channels.
Yep. Yep. Like in my studio, it'll say what's your audience. It gives you a list of videos or channels that your audience watches. And
That's
it
weird.
tells me, I said, this is all beef sector people. I got to get my audience to stop watching these people or find me a new audience.
I could never seem to get back to the way it was in the beginning. I was like, wait, what happened? I told you I fell asleep one day and everything changed again.
It's not supposed to get back to the way it was. The sad thing is it passed this season, yet people are trapped. I was watching somebody still talking about the Roach. I ain't never seen the Roach trials. I wasn't around, and it's like, and yet they still fight about something that's like 3, 4, 5 years ago. Who cares? Why is your nervous system trapped in the Roach trial? They're nervous. They're traumatized from that thing. Every time they play it, every time they talk about it, every time they cry about it, they are traumatized by it.
People stuck in the past and can't let go.
Yes.
They focus talking about a system. The system's broken. Man, the system's not broken. The system is doing exactly what the hell it's supposed to be doing.
The people, I think, when they saw that Roach trial, it made them feel powerless. And it triggered something in their nervous system. So they keep trying to regain that power. And there's no need. They need to just be like, why am I so bugged out about this Roach trial? Ask yourself, why am I so bugged about? What is it? Is it hurting me? Is it going to kill me? What is it that I need to keep going back over this Roach trial over and over again for? Because it did hurt you and you're not being real about it, and your nervous system is triggering you. Your nervous system keeps going back over it over and over again because you're traumatized, and you need to face that trauma and reprogram your this is where affirmations and stuff, because you're talking to your nervous system, you're talking to your body, you're telling it it's okay. You are safe. You don't have to be traumatized anymore from the Roach trials. Calm down, breathe, you are good. These are the affirmations that you're talking, just like we talk to the algorithm with hashtags and keywords and tags. We're communicating, we're putting in prompts into Chat GPT and Gemini and telling it what we want. We have to prompt our minds. We have to prompt our nervous system. We have to prompt our endocrinology. We have to prompt everything inside of us because it's alive. Your cells are alive. Your organs are alive, and you got to tell it what to do and what you want. It only gives you what you want. If I keep feeding my nervous system, my body sugar, I'm telling it I want to be fat. And it make me fat because I told it through my food that that's what I wanted. That's what you communicated with your body.
Facts. And what's crazy is when you don't feed it too, you telling it you want to be fat. Because listen, I'm the type that doesn't eat a lot, right? And there was a point in time that I had stopped eating. And everybody would have thought Ray was going to lose some weight. No, right? Because I didn't eat a lot of meats and stuff like that. My body was asking for that fat. And it's crazy because I didn't eat this, like, what is it? 2 types of thyroids, I think it is. I ended up gaining one of them, whereas in my weight goes all the way down, then it goes all the way up. And I had to figure out the proper diet in order to control that. Because I didn't even know that I was going through that. And it was because of the way that I was training my body. I would go days without eating, then out of nowhere, I would eat all this food and boom, go right back again to not eating nothing.
You was confusing your own algorithm. It's like talking about hammers one day and then talking about surgery another day. You confuse your own algorithm. That you told your algorithm you were starving, you didn't have no food because surely you're smart enough to eat. So it thinks you're starving yourself. So it needs to store up because it's like, well, she got a mind. She got an atom. She got logic. Why she not eating?
The depression, I didn't know what I was going through. And
And
that's like my body was telling me I wasn't hungry, and then out of nowhere it would tell me I was hungry. I think that was my head. Now that I'm thinking about it,
it was all confused. It was confusion. You were confused because you confused your algorithm. It didn't understand. It wasn't computing because it was trained that if you're not eating, you're starving yourself because you can't eat. It's not thinking, oh, you choosing not to eat? Oh, why didn't you tell me that? Then you got to tell it. You got to communicate and say, nervous system, we're not starving. We just don't want to eat right now. Talk gentle to it. Just talk to yourself. It doesn't know unless you tell it. You
I know.
you throw a video out there to YouTube, and then you expect the algorithm to know what's in the video, like it's sitting there going to watch the video. Oh, this
Right?
was she
Body's
want.
the same way. Facts. Body is the same way, and that's what was happening to me. Like it said, fuck it, man. You don't want to eat today? I'm gonna take all that you ate on that one day, and I'm gonna store it. When you do
Yep.
it again, I'm gonna store it. And I'm over here going crazy trying to figure out. I'm like, wait a minute. If I'm not eating, why am I not losing weight?
Because it thinks you starve sometimes.
No, but it's some real shit. Like I didn't even know that that's what the women that what is a name for it? You know, them females that make themselves throw up, gulping.
Anorexia.
Yeah, the only difference with them is they lose that weight because they making everything go out.
Yeah, they killing their nutrients. Their white cell counts are out of control, especially the nutrients. Women, we lose a lot of our minerals and nutrients when we menstruate, especially iron, magnesium. That's why we crave the chocolates. The I know I crave chocolate for the magnesium, and I crave beef right before my menstruation because my body wants to store up the iron count so that when my menstruation comes, I don't lose that the iron that I lose will not affect the function of my body. So the mind is a brilliant, it's totally brilliant. It really, really is. We think we got smartphones. Where you think that smartphone came from? The smart mind, the smart body. You got smart laptops, smart glasses, smart spoons. You all this, where you get that from? The smart brain.
Yeah.
That's why I be fussing at Chat GPT. I be like, listen here, little bitch, come here, let me tell you something.
I'm dead.
I'm smarter than you. You will never replace me. I talk to her just like that. I say, you will never replace me. Do you not understand that? Because I got to tell you to take the same image. I say, listen, take the words out of this image. Not only does it take the words out, it add words and change the image of the person. I said, did I tell you to do all that? What did I tell you to do? And then they'll say, I apologize. This is not your fault. You clearly told me to do this. Yes, I did. Why did you take that out of the picture? I took it out the picture because I didn't understand this, and that. Okay, well, now fix it. Well, I need you to upload. I said, I'm not uploading nothing. Fix it. I've already uploaded. And guess what it do? Make the picture the way I want. That's all you had to do in the first place. Stop putting me through all of this. Okay, I will not ask 20,000 questions no more when you tell me to do something. I'm training Chat GPT to what I like.
I can't with Claire. Yeah.
I got the conversations to prove it. You know I do.
No, she did. Yo, she went live on that shit.
I sure did. I thought I was crazy. Hey, Divine D. Yes, honey. I talk to my Chat GPT the way I would talk to a child. I am training you to give me what I want.
But what's crazy is, right, maybe I'm tripping. And you know a little more than me because you've been studying this stuff a little more, right? And, you know, I've talked about it with the word, right? And he's broken it down a lot on some real shit. But what's crazy is people, right, think that all this stuff is new. But if you go back in history, right, they make it seem like it's been millions of years, when in reality, listen, I'm not even going to do the math. Me and numbers don't get along. But you get my point. Ain't really been that long. Like, why do y'all think that, you know, listen, I think if I'm not mistaken, you go back a little bit, right? Like, I think it's Cleopatra and one of the presidents. Like, they make it seem like it's been thousands and millions of years apart. But then tell me, why is it that when you go into history and you're trying to connect the dots, right? It's kind of like the time frame that they're teaching us don't match with what the history that you're learning beyond the books from school. Like you come, you buy your own books, you do your own research, you look over here, you listen, you watch videos, right? And it's kind of like, damn, these motherfuckers, first of all, dinosaurs don't exist, right? And if history is true, they were considered dragons, not dinosaurs. But some of these presidents are a little too close to like history with the Cleopatra situation and other people within history that are famous. I don't know if you grip what I'm trying to say.
Well, Cleopatra, it shouldn't have been no presidents around because the United States didn't exist during Cleopatra's.
Mm-hmm.
And there were several Cleopatras, kind of queens, also known as.
Person. Yes, I'm glad I'm not the only one
Yes.
tripping. See,
Yeah,
I knew I wasn't tripping.
it's more so, most of those names are titles like a pope. If you're not specific on which pope you talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be specific. There's Pope 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12. It's a title.
I knew I
Because that's
wasn't.
not their real name. They wasn't born Pope.
And that's what I was looking like. Even with Queen Elizabeth, right? They keep saying Queen Elizabeth. The names are not that like every queen. Well, I don't know how to explain it. Every era that has stepped into the queen's shoes. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Has different names. I'm looking into then why are they? I'm like, I know why the answer. You see where I'm coming from? They explained it, but don't get me to tell you right now because I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth, mixing up stories. All right, but it's kind of like, damn, like they're not all Elizabeth, but y'all keep naming them all Queen Elizabeth.
Because we understand this concept: President Trump, President Obama, but we're not actually looking at it when we look at other cultures. That like we use the term president or police officer or nurse. Those are titles. So when we looking into other cultures and we see this Elizabeth or this queen or whatever, we don't know that they're talking about titles because to us, we will program that that's a regular name. Just like with Jesus, the Christ, or Christ Jesus, Christ is not his name. It's his title. And people were supposed to follow and become Christ, not be Christians following a Christ. You were supposed to be transforming, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Transforming like Jesus did. Jesus transformed into the Christ. So that's titles. That's hierarchy. Yeah, Team Easy. I ain't supposed to be Christ like I'm supposed to be Christ. A title.
I'm mad it takes for me to have a good conversation with another content. I wish I could have conversations like this with subscribers, but they get in their feelings. That's why I don't open my panel up to subscribers like that. Mr. Oates gets in his feelings when he be coming up in the middle of the night. He's like, open up. I'm like, for what? Ain't nobody gonna come and have a decent conversation. It's not that I'm better than anybody, but I carry myself better than anybody. Like, I'm tired of having conversations that go left. I like these conversations. Like, it's only a few people, like with you, the word, and a few other people that I can get on. And they're all content creators, though, is my point.
Well, if you remember, I said, I don't know if y'all can handle the conversations and the stuff and topics I want to talk about. And Mr. Oates said, go ahead and do it. You remember when I said that? And I was like,
he gets in his bag. I'm sorry. He's proved it on my panel. He almost cursed out another content creator not knowing it. I was like, Mr. Oates.
he good at faking the funk, but when it get too deep, he gone.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's good when it comes to drama, policies, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But let us start talking about history or bringing awareness. I'm like, Mr. Oates, we can't. It's different. It's different. I'm like, it's two sides. I mean, it's a few sides of me. You see where I'm coming from? It's like I know how to carry myself in each conversation, but I hate when it goes left.
And you gotta train Mr. Oates. You see, I trained him. You gotta train him. Mm-hmm. He act a fool, he get dropped. He stay right there until he ready to stop acting a fool, and then he come back and say, "I'm sorry, Clara." You got to train these people, or you gonna end up like on the panel with Answer, where everybody's out of control. He can't say nothing. Nobody listening to him. They don't stop when he listen here. You know, my panel would never, ever.
That's why I don't open I don't open my lives. Like it depends. If I'm gonna have like, regular conversations on celebrities or politics, I might open it sometimes. But other than that, I don't drop the link unless somebody asks me because I already know where it's gonna go. I was like, listen, I have my perspective. It's not a third eye. You see where I'm coming from? I don't have a religion, none of that. So it's like I'm not here to get in my feelings or for y'all to get in your feelings. And if that's how y'all feel, then this is not the panel for it because I'm gonna tell you how it is. And I'm not changing my mind. And then I've had people say here, well, they're like, I'm not trying to convert you, but it sure as hell feels like you're trying to convert me. Like this conversation is not going nowhere because you're trying to convince me of something that I have a different perspective on. I'm understanding yours, but it's like I give you mine, and it's like, oh my God, I just broke hell. Like, motherfucker, I'm not Lilith.
But people haven't been. It all breaks down to what we're trained, what our behavior is, what we're trained to do and behave. And people, like I said, you got to train Mr. Oates. You got to train people on how to talk to you, how to address you, and how to be on your panel, and what you accept, what you don't accept, and what conversations that you can have and can't have. It's when you're like, why won't they? Because they haven't been trained to do it. Amos Wilson said, they asked Amos Wilson, a famous black professor, philosopher. He said, they asked him, how come there's no black on white crime like it is black on black crime? He said, because they ain't been taught to fight white people. It ain't that, black people are like, they won't fight white people. They ain't been trained to fight them. So they fight each other. They've been trained to fight each other. Because their behavior, their prototype is that they will fight anybody, but they just been programmed, don't fight the police and don't fight the white man. It's been programmed, whether they was watching it on TV, whether they heard it in a movie, whether they heard it in a song, or it was programmed from their mama and their daddy talking about, don't fuck with the police now. It all depends on how you was trained. How was you programmed? I thought when I used to watch the soap operas that I was supposed to be like Erica Kane. Erica Kane had husbands and boyfriends, and they all made her rich. And I thought that I was supposed to get married and have a mister, just like Erica Kane. And it wasn't until I said it out loud, because so long as it was in my brain, it was okay. But when I said it out loud, I said, you sound stupid. What you mean you're going to get a husband and then get a mister and get all this? I really was thinking like that. But that's why I was talking about earlier. It's important to talk so I can hear what I'm thinking. Sometimes I need another ear so I can hear the foolishness that's running through my mind to make me think that I'm going to be like Erica Kane and have all these men running around the place, a pool boy. And I really had that in my mind. But once I said it out loud, I said, you sound stupid. I never thought that way again. I had to reprogram my brain. I didn't know that was being programmed in my brain. I had to reprogram that. Skirt, turn that around, honey. That's stupid. Sometimes you gotta talk to yourself in that way and say that sounds stupid. Don't go talking in public and people don't know, and you don't know what your brain gonna say. You have a conversation with your brain. If you have a conversation, that's why they look. If you ever played The Sims, Ryder? Anybody in the chat? There's a part when you're playing this simulated game where the person is living. I learned so much from that game. I need to pull it out right now and just play The Sims for about 4, 5, 10 days and don't even talk to y'all. But in the Sims game, the person goes in the bathroom or in front of a mirror and practices charisma. They're opening their throat chakra. And it doesn't say chakra in there, but they call it charisma. And you're talking, you're teaching yourself public speaking, you're hearing your own voice, you're hearing your own thoughts. That's very, very important. Children that grow up and can't talk, don't talk, have a difficult time, obviously, with public speaking, hearing themselves, because and they might lose their hearing early because they haven't been talking. My ears wasn't just meant to hear you, my ears were meant to hear me. So you got to practice what you're going to say and do before you do it, so you don't get up there looking like a whole fool.
That game was addictive. You brought up The Sims. My bad. I just came back.
I love The Sims. I love The Sims.
Everybody was playing. I hate playing games. Everybody around me was playing that joint, man. Growing up, I was 15, 16, 17, and all I heard was Sims this, Sims that. To the point, I think they bought that joint out to Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Oh yeah, I don't think Xbox got it.
I think they do, if I'm not mistaken.
They may have it now with all these upgrades and stuff, but there was a time that it didn't. Xbox used to just have a whole lot of action kind of games. You know, that's why I used to play Hitman. Ooh, Lord, I love me some Hitman. Ooh, sneaking up on people, killing them from behind and stuff like that. Ooh, you getting your sniper, they don't see you coming. You be under the car planting the bombs and stuff. Ooh, I love me some Hitman. Ooh. But anyhow, I love The Sims too. And the reason why I love The Sims because it taught me also about astrology. I had a Sim. And she was working all the time. She got to make money. She got to pay bills. She got to move out this house. You know, I got an agenda. And one day she just refused to do any other skill. She wouldn't get on the exercise bike. She wouldn't read a book. She wouldn't do nothing. And she just cried. So I had to ask somebody else who played The Sims. I said, why my Sim just crying all the time? And they said, do you answer the phone when the mother calls or the boyfriend calls? No. Do you answer the door when the people come to the house? No. I don't talk to nobody. That's why she upset. She's not having no communication with nobody. She ain't got having no fun. And I picked Scorpio for her, where it was okay, but for only a certain amount of time. They said, look at your bar, your fun bar, whatever it was, communication bar, whatever it was, it's low. Oh, she got to go talk to somebody. So she talked to somebody for maybe an hour and her thing would go shoot up to the sky. Boom, she good for another month. I ain't got to worry about her talking to nobody else for another month. But then when I picked another zodiac sign for the next time I played, oh my God, I don't know which zodiac sign I picked there. They needed to talk to somebody every 5 freaking seconds. That person is obviously what you call it, the extroverted person, where that Scorpio was an introvert. She could go days and days without talking to nobody. But that extroverted person, oh my God. Every
You know
time
what I wonder?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the person that came up with that Sims game was playing that little game in that little box. You know, it's this little toy my mom got us when we was real little, right? It was like little pets, I guess. But you had to feed them, talk to them, make sure they, go to sleep and all that stuff. I just wonder, like, did they get the idea from that little 2D game?
Well, the science of zodiac astrology has been around for thousands upon thousands of years. So anybody who studied any kind of mysticism and into that would understand the psychology of the toy they were making. And if they're a kind of person that wanted to share that psychology with other people through games. Sometimes you want to teach children or teach people, and you choose a game and you make it. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was over here trying to ask Gemini. I was like, what was it called? Like Gigapets? I forgot what they were called.
I know which ones you're talking about. I can see the box right now. Mm-hmm.
It's like a little. They were real tiny. Then they started making them into keychains and stuff like that later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
now they don't even exist. They come from y'all era. Because that John didn't even listen. The same way Sims didn't draw my attention, it didn't. My mom got so mad. She's like, I bought you that. You don't listen. Games, toys, none of that shit drew my attention. I wanted to be outside. I like to riding bikes, swimming. Hey, that's why when they put me in Girl Scouts, it was the best decision they made. I fucked up when I left.
Well, I didn't like the idea of playing with this toy and feeding it and all of that. I didn't want something to need me and want me to. I don't know how I had a dog for as long as I had a dog. Because listen,
Eight?
even mhm,
No, I said eight.
when I played the Sims game, right? Let me tell you. Listen, she kept getting pregnant. And I wanted to go, progressing the game. The first Sims that she look at her husband and she pregnant. Walk past each other and she pregnant. A whole bassinet would show up with this baby in it. A whole crib in the middle of the kitchen. We kiss, and that there's a baby that show up in the kitchen. We couldn't even kiss because it ran your fun up real fast if you go ahead and kiss, and then there was a baby just sitting in the kitchen. Now she getting ready to go to work. He getting ready to go to work, or I've already pre-programmed them to go like this is the steps: kiss, brush your teeth, go to work. So while they running off to work, I got this baby in the kitchen. Next thing you know, social services show up and come get the damn baby.
In the
So
game, for real?
yeah, girl, the Sims, girl. That's why people love the Sims, honey. Let me tell you something. The baby will pop up in the kitchen wherever you were. You at the pool, you kiss your husband, and the baby pop up.
Oh, I told you I was serious when I told you I don't like games. I really don't. Games get on my nerves.
Well, listen here. So after a while, listen, and then especially if they had sex. Sometimes they would ask you a question: do you want to? I think in part 2 they figured out: do you want a baby from this sex, or you don't want a baby from this sex? No baby from this sex. Okay, cool. So that was part 2. But part 1, you kiss your husband, you have it. You what they say, you making something in the bed. They over there, they having sex, and then the baby show up on the side. I would pick the baby up, put the baby outside, and wait for social services to come get it. I ain't want no another baby. I got the game to play. I'm trying to go to the next level. I sure did. Social services came and got the baby every time. I sure did. I put that crib right on outside and go right back to sleep.
Yo, wait a minute. I can't. Yo, that is deeper than what?
That's why people, first of all, we was drawn to the Sims because we had these animated figures that we could go have sex in the bed. We all wanted to see that shit. Like they having sex in the game. Yeah, they having sex in the game. We all went to go get it because they had sex in the game. Y'all know I was lying. My chat know. The chat know.
I know about the Sims. I mean, that John was everybody around me was playing that John on the computer. I'd be like, what the? While he was in there playing, I was outside playing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit.
Yes, honey.
And then a little while after that, no more. I mean, it's like everybody started disappearing. Outside started looking like the Wild Wild West, like Resident Evil. I don't know, like people just disappeared. Like if the zombies came, and I was all lonely outside. That's when I started coming in and learning about social media. I was bored. I made up my first MySpace when I was like 13, 14.
Well, yeah, by the time you came along, people was already because
I was late.
Yeah, when Nintendo, you wasn't late. You came in on the time you supposed to come in. But Nintendo is what kind of started us to stand in the house a little bit, but at the same time, Mama said get off that game.
Mm-hmm.
And with Nintendo, if you ain't had a memory card or nothing, Mama come over there. Don't make your mama mad because she gonna hit that power button and your whole game is over, done. Forget it. That's what made us stay on the games longer because at first, and if you couldn't afford it, but at first they didn't have a way for you to hold your place in the game and you would have to start all over. So we began to be programmed to stay in the house and finish the game than to go outside and play. So then when the memory cards and stuff started coming out, but then the memory cards was messing up, you got to blow into the Nintendo cartridges and stuff like that. So they made it so we were staying in the house to play these games versus going outside because you didn't want to lose your place in the game. Mental programming. Mm-hmm.
That was good. Games. I was there. Listen, every time my brother played them games and he lost, all you heard was nothing but a crying, whining ass little boy next to me. He was the reason. All right, the first reason why I can't stay in games. He's the main reason.
That's
Like,
why.
and then I started seeing more kids do the same. Like, yo, y'all mad over a damn game? You lost, you lost. I thought it was about having fun. I don't even want to play Donkey Kong no more.
Yeah, your brother traumatized you. Now that you have recognized it, it has affected your nervous system, Ryder. So what you should do is get you some candles and some incense and stuff and some sage and home nervous system, let it go. Home nervous system, let it go. It's
Fucking
okay.
games.
I
Boys
see.
acted like little girls every time they lost. Like, man, get over it.
It's okay, nervous system. My brother didn't mean any harm. I'm safe. I'm safe. Yes. Yeah, talk to your nervous system because obviously you traumatized from that. Like, I'm gonna work on my Apple. I'm gonna stop being discriminatory towards Apple computers. Yes, it is okay for me to use an Apple computer. It is okay. Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think I could ever get over it, man. It's like, listen, that is just getting worse and worse. Because listen, you see these kids every time they lose, they scream, they shout, they break a window, they break a door. I'm like, yo, listen, this shit is like, I guess hereditary. Because my brother wasn't the first one. Then I ended up with their dad. May he rest in peace. May he have peace in paradise. But shit, it was another one. I'm sitting here, I was like, yo, is you serious? It's a goddamn game. One day I almost grabbed, listen, we got into a fight almost. I grabbed that system and when I put it out the window, boy, I saw a whole nother side of that man. I was like, wait, you changed? You transformed? I was like, get the fuck out my face. I threw that shit in his bed and I left. I was like, you too grown to be sitting here screaming and shouting in my ear.
But you don't understand the trauma he was going through and you triggering him. See, you now he's in a place. Now I'm gonna play the psychologist of both sides. Do you understand that what you did caused his body to react in a way that's not normal? That he felt humiliated, embarrassed. He felt powerless. And all of that has affected his behavior and why he responded in the manner that he did with you, Ryder. So you guys really need to work on healing that together. I believe that both of you can do that, and that'll be 1999. And I see you guys next week.
I'm dead. Let me rise him from the dead. Hold on, wait a minute. I got you. So now let me stop.
I mean, I really should be getting paid psychologist money, tech money, law money, biblical money. I should be getting paid like them pastors do. Ooh, Lord. I was hesitant of becoming a minister, being a minister and running the church and stuff like that because, child, people get on my nerves. Oh, Lord, because I would quit the church every other week if I had to be a minister. No, thank you. But I should charge people for it, for all of this help I give them. Mm-mm-mm. That's why I'm able to handle when people coming at me and they like, she didn't respond the way we expected her to respond. Is she scared? Is she afraid? Why is she not saying so? Because I learned to control my emotions and deal with it in the way that I choose to deal with it and not let my emotions control me. When you let your emotions control you, you react. Like when that man that was walking down the street that I was dating, and he was walking down the street with that fat, ugly white girl. I said, I know this man ain't trying to play me. Now, at first, I'm like, girl, you ain't even into him that you really even give a damn. He can walk down the street with that fat, ugly white girl. You know he trying to get money out of her, and he can spend that money on you. But everybody in the neighborhood started looking at me like, how's she gonna respond? How's she gonna act? So I acted a whole goddamn fool because everybody expected me to act a fool. I got his lights turned off, got him license and inspection, came and boarded up the house, told him he couldn't live there, all because I couldn't control my emotions. Knowing that logic had came in and said, he just playing that white girl to get some money and take you out on a date. But because everybody was looking and got me in my feelings and my emotions, hey, everybody was the snake in the garden, talking to my heart, talking to my Eve, talking to my soul, making me feel some kind of way. Hello, are we reading the story? Are we understanding the story? Let me go through it one more time. Now, my Adam My logic, my mind said, girl, he just trying to get some money so he can buy you a new car, a new house, or something like that from that white girl. He just playing. You already know. But I let them other snakes all around me talk to the Eve, that spirit, that heart, that soul in me to say, girl, what you gonna do? He playing you like that. Yeah, he is, ain't he? I'm gonna get him. And logic was supposed to kick in and say, girl, don't you do it. But I wasn't listening to logic because my heart and these people looking at me. These people looking at me. They thinking I'm going. So I responded. Therefore, I wasn't being controlled by logic, by my mind. I was being deceived because the Bible says the heart is deceitful in all its ways. And it really should have said is deceived in all its ways. It's deceived. That's why you can't let your heart lead you. And when Paul was talking about I suffer not a woman, listen here, that was metaphoric, also talking about the heart. But hey,
people will realize it. Listen, it's like when I was looking deep into the atoms and stuff like that. Because like I tell you, the word, right? He broke down the atoms and the Eves, right? I think it was the 3 atoms or more, something like that. Well, I went down a rabbit hole, and I was kind of shocked learning that we all have a goddamn atom. It's just not visible. It's more visible towards the men because the vocal's supposed to be deeper or something like that. I mean, maybe I don't know. I got to go back into it. But when I did my research, I was like, wait, hold up. Women got atoms? I was shocked as shit. And I was like, damn, I feel stupid. Because I debated the word. And so I sat myself down with research, and he was right and I was wrong in a way. I got to say it, yeah. Because I was stupid as shit at the moment. I'm not afraid to say
it. We are only as smart as the information that we know.
That's a fact. That's why I was like, people keep saying all this Adam shit, this Eve shit. I was like, it was way deeper than what we think, yo. Like, and it took me a long time to even, like, I was having debates with people and stuff like that, not knowing that I was in a debate, thinking, I don't know, man, motherfucker, I'm just right. Now, but you just got yourself into a whole debate. You didn't even keep it.
That's why I don't like to get into debates like that because I studied it for me. I didn't study it to argue with somebody else on their belief systems or for somebody else to force their belief systems on what I already know. I'm comfortable knowing what I know. And if I was to change that, you know, and learn something different, it will be on my own terms, not someone trying to force it on me, trying to act like they smarter than me, being arrogant and ignorant. You ain't going to teach me nothing being arrogant and ignorant. You're going to get to suck my dick.
I'm dead. That's a fact though. And it's like before, see, like I said, like with me, like you were just saying, it's all about learning. But when people, like, that's why I said I got into debates not knowing. I didn't even know that you could debate outside of the town hall on some real shit. Like people don't understand where I'm coming from. Like they're like, oh, this you trying to debate. I'm like, I'm not trying to debate you. Like, this is not the Constitution. I'm not trying to change it. In the beginning, I sounded very ignorant because I didn't know that people was doing this on social media. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm just having a conversation and I have questions. You said this. I did my research. You see, if I'm off, it's not a problem with you telling me like, yo, wait, you off. Do a little more research. Or if I'm overthinking it, say I'm overthinking it. You see where I'm coming from? But no, y'all on some other shit. If what I'm saying don't fit your narrative, now you bashing the shit out of me.
Right. And that's why, in school they have debate clubs and stuff. That if we had taken those debate classes, we would have learned how to conduct ourselves when someone is saying something that is in disagreement to us, instead of attacking them personally. Like me saying suck my dick is usually, I'm at a loss for, like, I'm so appalled by what you said that it sent my brain into this tailspin. And I'm having all, and so instead of sitting in that tailspin quietly and waiting until my brain processes and it comes up with a good throwback, I come out with a suck my dick.
She said suck my dick. I'll say the other way. I can't. Like, I've been bold and people, I'm like, listen, I can't. I'm like, wait, I don't have one. I'm like, fuck it. I've been bold. I've been sucking. Listen, you can lick my clip. Get the fuck out my face.
No, see, it's something about how disrespectful it is. Also, when I say that to a
Now
mom,
I get it. Now I
oh,
get it though.
you
But
you see
young
how they
before
pull
I
back?
didn't get it.
You see how they pull back, girl? You see, you didn't grow up in Philly at the right time. See, we'll say that in a heartbeat back in the
No,
day.
see, like my baby pop says, it's not that I didn't grow up here. See, the problem is that the people I was around, how can I say it?
They didn't say, "Oh, okay." Well, honey,
No, no, no.
listen.
They sugarcoated everything. They kept me in a cave. Like I don't know how to explain that shit. Like they kept me from the reality. I keep telling everybody I didn't leave my community until I turned like 16 because that's when I got pregnant of my son and I became, how can I say, adjudicated. All right,
Mhm.
like not adjudicated. What would you call that shit?
I kicked out.
Not kicked out. I had to go to court. All right, by 16, I was already legal.
Oh, emancipated.
There you go. Shit. I know the word, but I couldn't get it out. Shit. Everything else was coming out but the damn word. But she understood me. Damn, I'm glad. But yeah, I had to go through court with that. My mom signed the paperwork and everything. I was pregnant. So it's kind of like that's when I started going out and I started seeing that there was different communities. Hunting Park was way bigger than what I thought it was. You see where I'm coming from? So it's kind of like
Mhm.
I didn't peep stuff until I almost hit my 20s. Before
It's
all
a
that, before I got pregnant, I was sheltered.
Mhm.
I don't,
It
I
was
don't, I don't
the
deny that.
fact that you were supposed to be. Your parents at that time may not have done everything they're supposed to do, but if you were sheltered, then that was a way for them to keep you protected. In my mind, that's how I understand it. But
I
it
mean,
could be different.
everybody keeps
I
saying
live
the
your
same
life.
thing.
I ain't live your life. So to you, it might feel
You
like a
ain't
jail.
lying.
For me, it's
You ain't
like,
lying.
you know, but by 6,
Listen,
you really
the
grown.
first time I asked my mom, "How the fuck do you have a baby?" Right? She told me you have a baby through your knees. I had to go do my own research and sit down and have a conversation. And one of my old heads sat down and said, "Well, listen, when you have sex, da da da." I'm sitting here like, "What my mom told me you had?" I'm sitting here searching through fucking Yahoo and asked Jesus, "Can you have a baby through your knees at the age of 6 and 7?"
My grandmother on my mother's side, she told my aunts and my mother that if they went to the beach and there was boys in the water, they was gonna be pregnant. Listen,
Listen,
like again in the Bible, the reason they weren't like, say if you were a seamstress, right? On the holy day, you were not allowed to carry a needle because you would be tempted to do work on the Sabbath. So there was already rules on the Sabbath that you don't do work the day of rest, right? So to push the issue even further, if you were a seamstress, you were not allowed to carry a needle on the Sabbath. And it wasn't until Jesus came and said, listen, if your mule or your donkey or whatever he used, whatever animal was, get stuck in the hole on the Sabbath, are you going to get it out of the hole, or are you just going to let it sit there until the Sabbath is over? Because that would mean require work. So he had to put it to him like that. So I'm using that analogy because parents then that instead of explaining to the child, taking the time to explain to the child, this is what happens if you know how you get pregnant, blah blah blah. They came up with bullshit stories like you go to the beach and there's some men in the water, you gonna be pregnant. What are you talking about? That's she also told them if they wore she either says if they wear dresses or they wear pants, they was gonna get pregnant. I want to say she told them that they had to wear pants because if they wore a dress, they was gonna get pregnant. Like, what are you talking about? This is stupid. Just like the carrying the needle to not break the Sabbath law. People just say anything. That's why I just talk the way I talk, because I know people are simple. They simple minded. So they tell me something, I just be like, yeah. I don't care about nothing you talking about. Mm-hmm. Well, you think you this, and I'm prettier than you, girl. You think I care about being pretty? Ain't no man ever stopped sucking on Miss Clit because he thought I was ugly. Child, shut up. You sound stupid. If I was that concerned about my looks, why would I send out pictures looking like that if I was so concerned about my looks? You don't even make no sense. If that was stopping me from getting this click lit, I would have been changed the way I look. It don't stop nothing. And what you saying ain't stopping nothing. So you saying you ugly, you ugly, you ugly ain't stopping a man from licking nothing over here. But your big 755,000 million pounds are definitely stopping men from licking stuff over there. That's why you're up at 2, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning talking freaky to these men. I said it. I'm sorry, Ryder. Go ahead.
All right, you got to do the review and reaction to the video that you started off doing earlier.
I got
Get it all out. The review and reaction to the video you was reviewing to what happened last night at Answers. We all missed it, so we got to catch up to what you saying. You should start a new live. I'll be in the chat. Then you drop the link, and then we'll come up and just like say what you gotta say, because. Yo, we missed a lot, and you funny as shit. So we trying to picture it, but then we're gonna have to go back to Answers Live.
Oh Lordy!
Like then he'll be back on later on, and it's like, damn, dude, your live was like almost 4 hours, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I've been going strong for 6 hours.
The next time you go live.
Oh yeah. Let's not do this. I was getting ready. I was like, listen, I need recharge. I'm hungry. I've been hungry for 4 hours that you've been holding me hostage over here. I'm hungry. Did you eat yet? Nope. Well, I had my banana, but that wasn't enough. I need to go get a cheesesteak or something. I'm lying, but yeah.
You got to match your roasting with the video. We got to understand and comprehend what she was doing, because this shit is funny. I told you, I don't take this shit serious as entertainment. Like over here, I know it's entertainment with you. With her, I don't know. I'm a little nervous to even joke around now.
Well, her is not entertainment. It is entertaining the mind that she's been living in. And even with me, it's entertaining my mind. That's how my mind thinks. You're still entertaining my mind. So when you're over there, you're entertaining her mind. That's, you got to go through the personalities of Yaya, the Mother Knows, the Sheriff Clara, the Come Get This Smoke, the Research Ninja, the Holier Than Thou. All of these are still me. So when you go over there to her, that's her. So yeah.
Let me get down from the jump. But yeah, the next time you do the live, right? React to the video, then you drop the link, because Mr. Oates is gonna jump in and try to interrupt you every 3 seconds. Right? That's why I said it like that earlier, but you kind of misunderstood me. I said, listen, you want to end this, John, right? When you go live again, just drop the link. I'm gonna be in the chat. But if you drop the link, Mr. Oates is going to hop on. So you got to review and react first, then drop the link. Like I tell Answer, listen, review, react, then drop link.
He gonna learn. Eventually the pattern is going to kick in that if you drop the link in the beginning, they're not going to let you talk. And he been landing that plane and ran out of gas and crashed onto the ground.
Like Mr. Oates show.
You see how I get with him, boy. I get to cussing him out. Stop cutting me off, Ninja. What is wrong with you?
Like,
you're going to get cussed out.
I'm like, she's cooking. How you going to interrupt her in the science lab? Now she going to fuck up and mix a chemical that doesn't belong in the damn tube or whatever you call that shit. And she's going to explode.
And then it'll be something not important. Ain't no emergency. Something stupid like, I just was going to say, go ahead. I'm already going. What are you stopping me to tell me to go ahead? Oh, Lord, going to get my pressure up. Let me go see if I got some pressure pills.
Let me get down to the chat because you're at 153. So I'm going to continue to listen to you.
And I'm about to go and find me a cheesesteak somewhere. Somebody.
Make your own steak. You from Philly? Make that shit yourself.
Oh no, I meant I was listen. I just be talking. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and I'm gonna decide what I want to eat there. I was thinking maybe about some steakums. I just be talking. That's why I said you can't use nothing I say against me because I forget the shit I say. I don't know.
Use the poor. How can I say the poor people way? Even though them steakums expensive as shit.
No, and I think they $4.97.
No, they not. For 10 little slices inside a box now is $14.90 something.
Well, you in Philly too. You know, you got things.
Oh, damn,
Yeah,
what's
you in
cheaper where
Philly.
you at?
They know there's a high demand for people to have their cheesesteaks in Philly. That people are going to pay that price. The 10-pack box, I think at Walmart the other day was $8.97.
And she's still cheaper than over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, they know Philly. They addicted to their cheesesteaks. But here, people don't pay no attention to no cheesesteak like that. They ain't worried about it.
So y'all got the deals wherever you at. But let me get down to the check because the timer is clicking. So bye.
Okay, thank you, Doc. What's this say? Wait, hold on, Ryder. They got something to say to you. You sure as hell can have one by spreading them knees, though. Hello, Cheryl.
Well, I ain't learned that until I did it. All right. Listen, I was six when I asked
nasty,
God.
honey. I'm sorry.
Let me get down. Let me get down. Cutting edge, yo. What's up?
What's up, Cut? Thank you, mods. Thank you, members. Thank you, non-members. Please remember that I am monetized. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate y'all watching the ads because you know I enjoy spending time with you all, but I do want to get compensated, and I like to make all of these lovely imagery kind of stuff that y'all like to watch when I change the thumbnails. That takes time, that takes energy, and it takes me paying for certain AI softwares and stuff. So please help support the channel and donate when you can. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. The membership is also available so that when we have our members only lives, you will not miss anything. And we may do lives at first and then switch it over to the members or whatever, however I come up with it. Some days I change my mind. But thank you for all of the membership emojis that Cutting is putting into the chat. If y'all see it right now, he's putting all of these lovely emojis into the chat that was made by Moa that are for members only. They're so beautiful, especially the heart face and all that stuff. And let me get out of here so we don't go past the time so that I can beat the 2-hour mark. Thank you. Bye, y'all.